Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bastion YGO here, and today I'm coming at you with a Galaxy Eyes Photon deck profile post Photon Hypernova coming out in just a few weeks, guys. I'm completely dismissing the fact that amazing defenders or underwhelming defenders. If you guys have already seen that video, make sure you go ahead and check that out. Straight into Photon Hypernova. We already did a Cashier deck profile post Photon Hypernova, so definitely go ahead and make sure you check that out as well. So I'm going to be focusing on a little bit more fun deck that's going to be coming out. It's not actually coming out, but getting a lot more support, really good support in that set, which is actually the deck that the set is named after, which is Photon deck, Galaxy Eyes deck, smashed together. Actually a lot of fun to play. This is one of my favorite anime centric decks to ever play. I'm gonna say it was either between this and Utopia. When it comes to anime decks, it goes three on my top. Okay, it's DDD, Photon Galaxy, and then Utopia as well. It really flavors depending on which one's number one, depending on what the format is demanding at the moment, but I'm really liking the support coming out of Photon Hypernova for this deck. It's giving you additional extenders on extenders for this deck, and giving you an amazing new boss monster, new XCs for the deck in the number C62 Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Unaffected by your opponent's monster effects and gains attack equal to the combined levels and ranks of all monsters attached to it as a material, which is insane. First of all, it takes 3 light monsters to summon this, so it's already gonna have a lot of attack points. You just go ahead and beat over whatever you want with it with a base stat of 4,000 and just keep adding on to it as well. I've gotten this thing up to outrageous numbers, and I absolutely love this card, especially during testing as well. But without further ado, guys, I actually don't think I'm showing the screen right now, so go ahead and do so. And we're back. So guys, I want to go ahead and get right straight into it, to the deck profile. We are playing 3 copies of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, of course, the heart and soul of the deck. Probably the greatest, or second greatest I should say, piece of support to have come out in the last 10 years for this deck. Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, which gives you a free special summon of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the deck, and also a free special summon of itself as long as you control the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. So it gives you immediate access to a rank 8 monster right off the bat. 3 Galaxy Soldiers still has not changed, probably one of the best cards in the entire game. Also one of the best light monsters created in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Photon Thrasher play at 3. Most builds prior to Photon Hypernova play this guy at 1 or 2, just because you don't want to brick with it, and I understand that, but just having the additional extender in Galaxy Summoner and a lot of the other cards we're going to be covering in this video, so you don't really need to worry about having 3 copies of Photon Thrasher. It is a phenomenal card, and you just want to make sure that you're able to open it so you have an additional way to go into your rank 4, which is actually a brand new rank 4 as well, Galaxy Eyes or Galaxy Photon Dragon, I should say. So one step before the Galaxy Eyes. 3 copies of Photon Vanisher immediately adds a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon for your deck to your hand. Also has a free special summon as long as you control a Galaxy or a Photon monster. So it's kind of so it's weird because it's the Galaxy deck and the Photon deck and some cards that mesh them in between. This is probably going to be one of the best ones that mesh them in between. Next we play 3 copies of Photon Orbital. Photon Orbital is going to be the best searcher in your entire deck, being able to equip itself and then send itself to the graveyard to go ahead and search you what you need. Really essential. And this is also key, Galaxy Wizard at 3. So Galaxy Wizard was a very undervalued card. And don't get me wrong, it was a phenomenal card, but there was just no real way to abuse it until now. So we played 3 copies of Galaxy Wizard, and we are going to abuse the heck out of this card with Galaxy Summoner. So Galaxy Summoner says that you can go ahead and target a Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard and special summon in defense position, yada. So it's normal summon Galaxy Wizard or special summon in some type of way. Activates effect attributed to add a Galaxy card from deck to hand. Then you normal summon Galaxy Summoner, activates effect to target Galaxy Wizard, summon it again, and activates effect to tribute itself. And then you're able to go ahead and get more searches out during your turn, which I just think is really crazy. You get 2 searches per turn with the Galaxy Summoner, and Galaxy Wizard is just so easily abused by this because it's not harder once per turn. And in the event that you don't want to use it for that, you want to use it as a rank, that's perfectly fine. It has another effect where once per turn you can increase these cards level by 4 until the end of the turn, making a level 8, gives you easy access to any rank 8 you need. So you already went over Galaxy Summoner as well. We're going to be going over to Galaxy Brave. Galaxy Knight actually did not make our list just because of all of the other support that we're getting. it just makes Galaxy Knight not necessary anymore at the moment. Galaxy Brave is still going to be good as well though, because it is a free summon as long as you have a Photon monster in your hand, which is very easily doable. You have Photon Vanisher, Photon Orbital, Photon Thrasher, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Photon Emperor as well. So there's so many photons in your hand, it's going to be really easy to go ahead and summon a free level 8 onto the board. Even if it has 0 attack, that's really so irrelevant. You don't even have to worry about it. It may come up here and there, but it's so niche. You don't really have to worry about that too much. And one copy of Photon Emperor, which is another card that we're going to be getting very soon. So Photon Emperor is phenomenal just because anytime it is sent to the graveyard and you have another Photon or Galaxy monster on the field, you can special summon this card in defense position, which again is a free level 8 summon. Not only that though, guys, after you normal summon or special summon this card, you get to normal summon a light monster during your main phase in addition to your normal summon. You get 2 normal summons with this deck. I think that's the most busted thing I've ever heard in my life. So you can normal summon Galaxy Wizard and normal summon Galaxy Summoner in the same turn, which is pretty much going to be your only normal summons to the deck, really, because Photon Thrash is going to special summon itself, Photon Vanisher is then going to special summon itself, and then Photon Orbital is going to equip itself, detach. So really focusing on these 2 over here. So that is going to be it for the monster line of 23 monsters in the main deck. This is a 40 card deck, don't have to get too crazy with it. The one card in my spell zones that I was really hoping to play at 3, but there's unfortunately just not enough room, that was Photon Sanctuary, which anyone who plays Galaxy Eyes Photon knows this card is wildly powerful. Just being able to summon 2 free level 4 2000 attack monsters. Yeah, they're tokens, but that's perfectly fine. You just go ahead and link them off into your Galaxy Eye Soul Flare Dragon, or you can go ahead and use them to special summon out your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. It is the most free extender ever, and all you have to, the only restriction on this card is that you can only summon light monsters, which is pretty much the entire deck. The entire deck is light monsters, so there's not a restriction really. 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talents. The way the format is going, I just think Triple Tactic is definitely going to be necessary. You can also try to play Triple Tactic Tasking as well if you want to go ahead and play this instead. That's perfectly fine. I'm still haven't decided which one's going to be better for this upcoming formats, although it would be nice to go ahead and make sure that you're able to search out like an Imperm, or be able to search out something nutty like that, so be able to go ahead and help you out that way. But I just really like Triple Tactics Talent as well, so it's really, I'll leave that to personal preference as to which one you guys would prefer. 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army, of course, search out level 4 warriors. 1 copy of this brand new card called Galaxy 100, which is a continuous spell card for the Galaxy support, and then this is a really juicy card as well. While these are one-ofs, I just want to make it very clear, because they're one-ofs, people may assume that they're not necessary or not nearly as good. There are just some combo pieces you play in decks that are extremely necessary, but you can only play at 1 or 2 because having more would just clog up your hand and may ruin the consistency of your deck, and that's the exact case with these cards. They are phenomenal, but you don't want to play too many of them. You just want to play 1 of them, so you search them when you need them for your combo, and then you move on from there, because after your combo is done, you should have no problems go ahead and stopping whatever your opponent wants to do. So Galaxy 100. When this card is activated, send a Photon or Galaxy card from your deck to the GY. If a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is special summoned to your field, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and apply one of the following effects. Banish 1 monster from it, or special summon a number of monster from it to your field. Why do I think this is good? It's because going into the Cashier format, your opponent is going to be playing a few number monsters in their extra deck. If in the event you want to go ahead and take a Mind Hacker, for example, take the Mind Hacker, that we have another number monster in your field, which then you can go ahead and use for other shenanigans with that as well. Another thing you can do with this is just banish key monsters in your opponent's extra deck as well. For example, if you're going up against Sprites, they only play 1 sprint, so make sure that you're able to banish that sprint, and you're good to go from there. I just think this is really good. Being able to go ahead and search that, because it's a Galaxy card, so it's really easy to go ahead and search this with Galaxy Wizard in the event you need it. Also, what you can do is when the cards activate to send a Photon or Galaxy card from the deck to the graveyard, you activate this and you send Photon Emperor, and then Photon Emperor is going to special summon itself and get you an additional normal summon as well. The synergy is off the charts with this deck, guys, I'm telling you. 2 copies of Galaxy Expedition and 2 copies of Galaxy Trance. Normally Galaxy Trance was at 1 and Galaxy Expedition was to 2 or 3. But the thing is that the deck is so consistent, is a lot more consistent now that these cards are not going to be, Galaxy Expedition is going to be not necessarily a 3 of. It's going to more stick to that 2 of, maybe even 1 of. But Galaxy Trance is going to be a lot more played just because you're able to have a lot more cards in the graveyard by having so many extenders and so many easy ways to access them as well. I will say that this deck does tend to struggle at times going second, and that's the reason why I have Dark Rule No More, Imperm, as well as Triple Tactics Talent in here. So you have essentially some board breakers to help you go ahead and get around whatever your opponent might have. Also being hand traps or counter hand traps, things like that. So that's going to be it for the main deck, guys. Now on to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're starting off with Galaxy Eye Sulfur Dragon. So this used to be a 2 or a 3 of in the previous formats. Now it's definitely going to be just a 2 of, just because the extra deck is so compact. It's so very little space to do anything with this extra deck that it's just, I want to make sure the most essential cards are in here. So 2 copies of Sulfur Dragon, 1 copy of Starleech Photon Blast Dragon, phenomenal card as well. 1 copy of Galaxy Photon Dragon, which is again the brand new card that's going to be coming out. So it takes 2 level 4 monsters. All other light monsters I control gain 500 attack right off the bat, making your monsters even that much bigger than they were before, which, as we all know, Galaxy monsters are some of the strongest in the entire game. Just as far as base attack, a lot of them have 2,000 minimum, 2,800, 33,000, 4,000, 4,500, and that's where they're starting out at. So having an additional 500 on top of that is really good. Then it has an additional effect where you can detach a material from the card to take a Galaxy or Photon from your deck, either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard, and if a light monster that has a level is special summoned to your field, you can target one of them, and its level then becomes 4 or 8 depending on what you are needing, whether you need to summon another rank 4 or it's going to go straight into the rank 8 plays. So it gives you a lot of versatility with the deck, which I absolutely love. Next 2 cards that are very essential in any deck that runs Galaxy Soldier, we have Cyber Dragon Nova and Cyber Dragon Infinity. Essentially, I mean, these are some of the best cards printed for Cyber Dragon, but it doesn't mean that Galaxy Soldier cannot still take advantage of it even in 2023, which is still crazy to me that we are that far in our lives. Whoa, that got a little deep there. Next, we play 2 copies of number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This is going to be probably the most expensive card in the entire deck at the moment. I'm not sure what these other cards are going to be that are going to be coming out are going to be priced at, but again, they're only 1-ofs. Number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Actually, I was looking it up because I was able to pick up a copy recently through a trade, but this is actually a $50 card in trending, so $40 to $50 card at the moment. And if the deck does anything as far as, so it's probably around $40 cards for these, 42 for light played. So if you want to get near mint, or $40 to $45 for this card right now. And it has continued to just go up and up and up and up as we get more and more support. Just continues to get announced for this deck, and honestly, it is a lot of fun to go ahead and play. So if this deck gets any type of competitive viability, if this deck does anything at regional level, national level, WCQ level, whatever it might be, these cards are going to skyrocket. So just be on the lookout for that as well. I'm not saying go out and buy every single number 90 you find. I'm just saying it's a really good card. And if it's something you want to play, you might as well pick them up now, because once this set drops, the sky's the limit essentially for this card. Next, we have 1 number 38 Hope Harbinger, self-explanatory. 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. 1 number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, which is really good. Cypher Blade Dragon. Cypher X Dragon. And then we also have the last Photon card in our extra deck, which is going to be C62 Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. These are such a mouthful to say. I just want to go ahead and say that right now. These are such a mouthful to say, and they have so much freaking text on them. But as a former DDD player, I will do that for you guys. So like I said before, I believe I analyzed this card when I first started the video. This card is actually so busted. So unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, already really good. It cannot get like what's the guy's called, Rise Hearted, where the target spin it back, whatever it might be. It can't. All you can really do is either beat over it, or you can get rid of it with like a Regeki or something crazy like that. But overall, this card is actually so crazy, and the fact that it has a 4,000 attack stat line right off the bat, and it gains additional attack, is just so busted, so crazy. And the last card in the extra deck, guys, of course, is going to be Double Zeus Sky Thunder. I'm actually working on getting an ultimate rare version of this card, which I'm really excited about. Just getting, you know, a little bit of rarity upgrades here and there for your boy. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for my Galaxy Eyes Photon deck profile post Photon Hypernova. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Also, make sure you subscribe, because tomorrow I am going to be uploading 3 main combos you're going to have with this deck. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, make sure you subscribe, ding that notification bell, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.